everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Colts who have the football. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Connor. He'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's good.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is Connor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. James Conner, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
10. At their own 31.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like they're
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. 8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Barton. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Barton. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on second down, Barton. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Barton. He's got Barton here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Allen. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
Allen's pass.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Barton. The toss here completed to Pittman. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Barton. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Button. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation...
And it's intercepted. Picked up on the left hooker. Down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right?
31.
Let's resume play.
28.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 20. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Falcon first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's throw caught at about the 5. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think For making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on second down, Barton. This one into the hands of Barton. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles.
He's got a man complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Barton. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Barton. With Burton here over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
And 5.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this is complete. It's out. Touchdown. Second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Connor going to try and run it. And he is going to lose yardage here.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big one.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now here on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And over the middle, this is Parker. Allen's call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep on traveling. Elliott down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Elliott. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Allen's throw is complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeout?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Off the play fake. Barton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Kazin. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A first down carry for Smith. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Holding offense. What you talking about, Rick?
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following a holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Allen's pass is
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors. You can still play perfect football.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Keenan Allen, 66 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And now they pause for an injured player, and that injured player is an important one. Ezekiel Elliott still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Allen, airing it out, looking for Ridley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he...
The Colts will line up for the two-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by a field goal, 57 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
And this will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Now it's the Colts' turn, trailing by 4. A little under 50 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Off play action. Barton. Throw outside, taken in by Miller. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
52.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground.